How is the internet now? IPNX is back. Anytime IPNX is on, we usually work very well. Everywhere is working now. My problem with IPNX is you can wake up tomorrow morning and they've gone on holiday. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Daddy Freeze Live. I'm so tired. I've had so many meetings today. Oh, God. And I had to do a lot of editing. As in, one guy saw me today. These three phones. This is my 16 Pro, my 15 Pro, and my Fold 6. I was editing on two phones at the same time today. One guy looked and said, Daddy Freeze, this is really a talent. I said, Baba, nobody's ever going to edit it the way I want it. So I'm editing like this, two phones at the same time. Well, if you want to do content with all these small children, where they outside these days, in a country where nobody is inclined to anything intellectual. How are you doing, Sama baby? Welcome to the live. I edit everything you see on my page. I do it myself. My daughter, Babes, helps me when she's around, but she's off to school. And Amarachi does a lot of other stuff, so I don't like to disturb her. Babes usually works for me when she's around. So, now nothing where I know they see for this internet, right? The only thing where remain now make I see the money. And they see everything. So, some guy sends me a message and says, somebody said, as a YouTuber, I understand it. I'm telling you. I have ADHD, so if you do it for me to fight. My daughter kind of understands what I like, so she works, and even she will still fight. Do I ever sleep? I need to sleep. I really need to sleep, so I'm not going to be on for long. I edit. Anything you see on my page was done by me. What my team does is marketing. I don't have power for that one. But creative work, so guys, big shout out to Dr. John J. He sent me data on my MTN and my Airtel. If not for that, I for not survive today. Baba, the way MTN they drink data. Hey God. The only problem is they work. So you say, okay, this is where my data is going. The way MTN they drink data. Airtel will last, but sometimes it won't work. Glow, I bought 20k Glow. At the same time, I bought 20k MTN and 20k Airtel. The 20k Glow is complete. It all work one day. I don't know whether not the phone. I don't just know. It just is a struggle. So big shout out to him. When it don't they look like say I want to spend go 100k in 4 days of no data. Person go run mad now. So much appreciated. Big shout out to the lady that joined us today. It was so much fun. It was indeed so much fun. You understand? It was so much fun. The lady who has never shaved before in her life. You understand? And some women, you see, some women think that when you shave, it makes you clean. No, it just makes you look clean. It's not cleaner. Because I've met dirty girls that shave and clean girls who don't shave. Get a Fiber One Unlimited Internet. It will cost you, it will save you the stress. Baba, I don't know if Fiber One day my of my estate. And if you know they my estate, they go begin they drag the fiber optic on. Fiber optic day my house. IPNX is fiber optics. That's why it's this clear. So sometimes when you've been doing something from childhood and you are used to it, you think our mothers those days didn't used to shave now. Think say your mama get time to they shave wake. Our mothers didn't shave and they were not dirty. I grew up in the 90s. Before you go see women will shave, you go count 10, then one go shave. Number 11 go shave. Na lie. Our mothers that generation they know they shave anything. Na lie. Unless your mother, you know the problem when we say our mothers, you and me, you go come believe say me. I'm older than some of you people's mothers. Are you aware? I am older. All of you in your 20s. I'll be your mother's age. If you are if you are 25, 27, remember I'm 49 this year. So a 27-year-old girl is a girl that is 22 years younger than me. At 22, I feel born. I had my first child at 24. Me and Daniela are 25 years, 9 separate us. So 22, I don't dey live with woman, no be say I get girlfriend. I don't celebrate birthdays, so if you are young, if you are in your 20s, when I'm talking about my mom, I'm talking about your grandmother. So those days when I went to uni, if I started to count all the girls where I know for you, all of them carry hair. All of them carry hair. And they were not dirty. Oh, the ones that were dirty, and the ones that were clean were clean. But most of them were clean. At least most of the Akwa Ibom, Calabar, and Igbo girls were clean. Especially the Igbo girls, if I remember clearly. But I can't say that about every tribe. You understand? No be everybody that place hygiene. No be everybody get them as talent. Classic Baggy, I haven't seen him in a minute. So I say Ibadan. I don't know about Ibadan being clean. I no go put mouth. I don't know. I will just say I don't know. They cannot look for enemy where I not get. I got married at 24. I had my first child before I turned 25. Let's calculate it. I was born in 1976. 1986 10, 1996 20. Then okay, my first child was born when I was 25 going on 26. Not 24 on 25, 25 on 26. So let me talk about I'm very tired. Let me talk about what brought us here today. Hey, don't forget to pop my money guns, super chat, super stickers, and super likes. And of course, I appreciate your stars on Facebook. They're very encouraging. So this lady sends me a message and says that it freeze, my own is finished. So I called her up and I was like, hello, what's the problem? And she was like, Daddy Freeze. She was crying. American girl is based in America. She said she and her husband opened a business together and they were doing some small business on the side and saving their salaries together. Say she no know say her husband they come out money from there to build house for village and to build house for Lagos. Both the village house and the Lagos house in his name. So so apparently one day the husband woke up and said he's not doing the marriage again, he's tired, blah 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 blah. And he left her and went to follow another babe in London. So he left Yankee and moved to London. So he's now living with his girlfriend in London after every money that they had, this guy finished all. So the woman is broke, he's owing about $250,000 and had to give up their house. The 200, it was like $600,000. She had to sell her house for like 300K. She has started paying off some, now it remained 250K. So she now lives in all these places where it's like bunk bed just to pay off the loan. Meanwhile, the husband has sorted himself out in Nigeria and sorted himself out in the UK and is living with his new babe in the UK. I said, okay, call the guy out, mention his name, and he's the father of my children. I said, you are not yet ready. The father of your children. Where do you why you like this? You the fear to call him out. So I want to ask, especially you women, is it wise to open a business with your husband? Is it wise to have a joint account? Just my question. I know people are going to want to talk about shaving, so because I want us to have an intellectual conversation. Let it not always be I shave, he shave, we don't shave. Let it not always be. You understand? Does it make sense to, have a savings account with your wife or with your husband? What do you guys think? Let me just bring. I know where on our mind they go. Now we just say, yeah, that if we talk about this your topic small, let's go back to whether our mothers used to shave or our mothers did not shave.
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Let's see your face.
Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
I'm at work. I'm at work.
Oh.
I just came out to quickly pick.
Okay.
But can I send you a message to join or send a request?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, sure. I'll be waiting.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Daddy Freeze, good evening.
Sabah Mama, where are you coming from? Where are you going to?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not coming anywhere. Is this Glory?
No, it's your normal Android.
Daddy Freeze, this Android, you get out. Maybe you get out. Let me wipe the camera.
Remember that skit I did with the Android phone?
I still have my iPhones, even 16, 14, all of them joined.
Remember that skit I had with that I did? That I say if you want to download Play Store, just take some lip gloss and rub it on your camera. Now you have an Android phone. I have to go and look for that skit. Oh, my son was like...
Right, maybe the light is part of...
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just looking for your trouble.
I don't know, it looks blurry. I don't know.
I was just looking for your trouble. So, go ahead. Let's talk. Can you run a business with your husband?
Yes, I can run a business with my husband. That's number one. Secondly, Let me give you one small story. There was this guy who was supposed to get married sometime in the past, and he was telling me about how he would, how his mom and his dad, they had both, they had one account all through their life, blah, 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 blah. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem. Oh, first of all, good evening, everyone. I didn't even say that. I don't have a problem with having a joint account. But you have to have a joint account. You need to know the kind of partner you're with before you decide or before you do anything like joint accounts, okay? Like if you have a partner who is a big spender, if you have a partner who is not trustworthy, if you have a partner whose ways are not pure, you always have your second spirit telling you there's something going on. Then you need to think twice before you do certain things. But that's the way we'll get to that part. So back to the story I was telling you. So I was like, this person is comparing your parents, your aged parents. You claimed they had both, same account all through the, growing up and all that. You're talking about your parents that were in a village. You're trying to compare our parents' marriage to a model marriage. Your parents that were, your mom wasn't even, at the last time I checked at the time, not like she did any work apart from selling in the market, all these local sales. The same thing was applicable to the father. So you want to compare them. Okay, now you're talking about you and I overseas opening a joint account. I don't have a problem with that. But guess what? That same period, he wanted to send money. He wanted me to give his parents money. And then he asked me to give the father this amount and give the mother this amount. And I just smiled. And I was like, oh, really? So you asked me to go visit your people, and you actually want the money differently. I thought you said your father and your mother, they both had the same account and they shared and I really nonsense. They hear the smell. Okay, now back to the question you asked. Okay, it is very easy to say. But like I said, I've always thought that it would be nice because as a woman and as a man, you need your moments, you need things. Not if you want to buy a shoe or you see something, a tie you see out there and you would like to buy it and then you start dipping hand or you start seeking consent your wife before you can buy certain things. So I would think it's always fine as a family and where there's understanding to say, okay, we are going to map out, we are going to have this exact joint account where upon whenever you get paid or whatever income or whatever fund, wherever it's coming from, we take a certain percentage, even if it's 20% or 10%, and individually deposit here. Meanwhile, we already know, what's up. We already know what we expected to contribute in a household. And then we can take this amount and that amount and put here for eventualities, right? Or savings or whatever it is. And then you can have your own money and I can have my own money. Because like I said, it's not if you want to buy a wig tomorrow as a woman, you start seeking consent from a man before you buy it. And there will be times you want to surprise your partner as well. They don't need to know that this is what you intend to do. These are the budgets. So it's okay to have your own money. It is also okay to have a joint account outside household expenses. Okay? And when it comes to business, yes, I can comfortably run a business with my husband. It depends on the type of business too. Okay? There are certain businesses. The reason why I haven't opened certain businesses is because I'm still single. If I were to have a partner, there are so many things I want to do that I know that there are businesses that require both genders, whether you like it or not. It requires a man and it requires a woman in one aspect too. But the most important thing is to know who your partner is. If you have a dom as a partner, then there are certain things you shouldn't involve them in. You should put limitations. There should be boundaries to what. If you have somebody who is not smart financially when it comes to making financial decisions or management, or who is not even good with money, then you may want to know where to stop. You don't want to bring them in everything. Or if you find out you have a partner that's, like I said earlier, you cannot trust, someone that has either maybe women or men problem that they don't, you just feel like there's something not right with them, then you have to be careful while having business or joint account with these people, because they can wake up one day and disappear with your money. Meanwhile, it's not like they never gave you a clue that they would do a thing like that. You knew there's something off with that personality, with that person, but you just keep staying there in the name of marriage. You keep trusting in the name of marriage. Because apart from the story he shared, I've seen people talk about how, how their partners, like how they got the loan from somewhere and their partners cheated, took the money and disappeared with another woman, traveled overseas, ran away with another man. It happens. There have been cases of someone that her husband sent money to for wedding planning and all that. This girl took the money and relocated to another country, didn't do the wedding thing. So people do all this a lot. I mean, I will not say they don't give us a clue. If you feel something is off about somebody, just be careful how you deal with them when it comes to finance. Because they will not disappoint you.
They will not disappoint you.
One day you wake up and be like, I was right. No, they will not disappoint you. One day you'll be like, if I knew my instant, I thought about it. Oh, do you know I suspected? You will always tell yourself, oh, do you know I thought about it? But you never took it serious. So, can I do that with my spouse? Yes, I can. Does it depend on the type of spouse? Yes, it does depend too. But yes, I can. I don't know if you have another question. Some people are saying I have experience in everything.
No, but she's 100% right. She's 100% right. My wife is more of a business person. I'm not. The only thing I know how to sell in this life is Daddy Freeze. I say it all the time. I can sell Daddy Freeze.
Yes, because you understand.
That's all I know how to sell. I don't know how to buy and sell. I don't know how to run an office. I have no clue. You understand?
Also should try to develop themselves. So they never develop themselves. This is why exactly what I was telling a friend that I was like, we tend to be like, oh, you can see, let's say for example that you're a business person, and then I came into your life. Okay, let's say I just come into your life as a business person. I don't know nothing about business. Because you made me your wife, I think I have the rights to get involved in your business or to, you know what I'm saying, to run the business with you, even when I don't have I don't know jack about that. So this is mistakes too. Someone is not fit. Someone is not good at this. So why don't you just keep them aside a little bit? You can train them if you want, if you think they're smart enough to learn. But if they're not able to learn, push them behind. It's just like asking your spouse, for example, okay, if you want to make a financial decision, who do you call in your family? Do you run to your big sister? Do you run to your mother? Do you run to your father? Do you run to your ex-girlfriend? Because there are people like that when it's time to make financial decisions, they have people they can seek advice from. When it comes to somebody pray for me, there are people they can seek that kind of, prayer distance from. When it comes to, that kind of a thing, health related, they have their favorite people they can always ask. And then I do not know anything when it comes to finance or business related. And then we get married, and then I come out from the moon. I want to dive into the business you've been doing for long, maybe with your big sister or your younger sister that is good at it. And then I want to fit into that shoes without knowing anything or how it goes. And it becomes a problem if you refuse me from doing it or if you think I'm unable to. So, business-wise, is the person able to work with me? Am I able to fit into and work with the person? Am I willing to learn? Am I willing to contribute reasonably? So these factors are things I have to put into consideration before doing anything with anyone. Just like they say someone with a capital should meet somebody with the idea, and the person with the idea should go to the person with the capital. Because sometimes you don't have the book. This one has, this one does not have. So you have to go for it to blend. That's the way I see it.
100%. I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. Guys, where are you? When I know we can't put mouths now. Where are all the guys? Pop my money gone. If you're watching on TikTok.
Yeah, bring the men and ask them. Let's see what they will say.
That's what I'm trying to do now. Some men even send me requests. Let me. Don't hang. I beg you, don't hang. Thank God you did not hang. Okay. There's some men that send me requests. Let me see if they'll. Are they Banjo Fire or she?
Henry the Great said financial decisions he will do it himself. When he fails, he won't blame anybody. What if you need someone to help you run it?
Buying money. Money now they scatter everything for the money. They scatter papa and pikin. So if you love somebody, you don't want, unless you are sure, you don't want to mix money with them. You don't want to mix money with them. People where you love,
You know that
money goes scatter
most times,
around.
You see, most people that are in business, let's say most couple that are into business together, they have a lot of secrets. It's like they've been through a lot that you see things bond them, put them, keep them together.
Henry the Great, how are you, my brother?
Fine. Yeah, let me just share my own view.
All right, go ahead.
In terms of money, I don't play my money around. Because I mean, I don't have it. When I get it, I know how to secure my money. More especially, before I spend, I have to make the decision on my own. So I don't blame anybody. Even if I lost 1 million, so I won't say you are the cause. So I'll make sure that I maintain it. When I lose, I know I did it myself. When I get, I know I get it for myself. That's all I want to say.
Awesome. Let me give a shout out to Awori Shefadog, who sent me $10 on YouTube. Thank you very much. Okay,
so
thank
Henry,
you.
Does it mean if let's say you own a business and then you get married, you wouldn't want to involve your wife in your business? Well, if the person is smart.
If I already have the business, I can involve her. You understand? Not that the two of us are starting the business together. Money they cost fight too. But if to say I get the business, say, okay, what do you want to do in the business? I'll say, okay, I'll handle this part, no problem. Then we'll structure out a salary.
And she's good at that, huh?
And I know she's good at it. You know, sometimes, out of sentiment, I'll give you a story that happened to one of my neighbors. The guy, a Muslim guy.
Yeah, please. I just wanted to chip in. Let me continue what I'm doing.
Oh, okay, awesome. All right, Henry the Great, bless you. So there was this guy, Muslim guy. He used to run a business with one Igbo guy. They used to have all these airport taxis. Sure you get. And the business was doing very well. Then one day the guy's mother now came and said, your elder brother no get work. You can't run business with Igbo man. Meanwhile, your elder brother no get work. Why you don't run business with your elder brother? The guy protested. He said, you know what, it will not end well, blah, 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 blah. Make it not be say they disobeying brother in mama. Now so he go do the business with him. What is it called? With him brother. Business no last 2 years. Everything.
That was me too.
Tell me your own story.
When I did business as at 2011, 2012, 13 with Akwa Ibom boys, Jeremiah, God's Time, Ruben, all of them, everything was going fine. As soon as I involved family, that was the end of that business. So I can imagine.
Who be this guy? Show your face. I'm very harsh now. So yesterday person carry Bola Hong Kong. Somebody even recorded the screenshot. Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's nice to be here.
Thank you very much. Greet Sama, baby.
Yeah, this is my first time.
Okay, brother. So what are your thoughts?
I have always enjoyed your program. Just keep it up.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
One thing I believe is that you don't do any business with a family member. And being a businessman, you don't attach sentiment. So that's what I feel. So if you have to do a business, you make sure that you do a business with, you run a business with someone you actually trust. It doesn't necessarily, like what you said. You said something like there was a woman, a guy who the mother actually said that the mother was angry because he decided to run his business with someone outside his family. So, but the mistake he made was I actually had a similar experience, okay? And I would like to advise anyone listening out here that if you just want to run any business, you don't attach sentiment. And try as much as possible not to involve your family members into your business. So business is business.
Never hire who you cannot fire.
Yeah, that's it. They'll tell you he's not blood, he's your brother. Forgive him, forgive her.
Never hire who you cannot arrest.
You go find your own brother. Exactly, that is it. As arrest that boy, we still go tell him. You know the thing is that you cannot actually, it's, we Africans, family thing, you can't, no matter how heartless you are, you cannot just, you can't do it. I mean, your mother will always tell you, this is your blood brother, you can make and lose money. At the end of the day, you just decide to let go. That's it. That's it.
Baba, I know they like put myself inside of position where they beg me.
But they will always beg you.
That is the thing. It. That is the thing. Yeah. They'll say, this is your brother. I know they do anything. Make it can't work for you now. God forbid. I don't work with family. It spoil relationship.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It spoil relationship.
Yeah.
But if you mention it to people, it go don't look like say you don't want to make your family do well.
Yes.
So you understand?
That's it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, brother.
I have an uncle.
Okay, go ahead.
I have an uncle. I mean, he's so disciplined in the sense that he cannot even afford to run any business with a family member. Well, I mean, the family we always say, he's so stingy, he doesn't want to do anything.
Once you don't hear stingy, once I hear the word stingy, the next word that pops in my mind is entitlement.
Yeah.
For you to think I'm stingy means you believe I owe you something.
Yeah, that's it.
You understand? So once I hear stingy, the next thing I hear in my brain is entitlement.
Yeah. We all have to be very careful, that's it.
Baba. It happened to one of my guys. Go and do business. Went to do business with. He wanted to bring in a car to Nigeria. Use your uncle. Your uncle will till today almost $80,000. Now shout. Sorry. Now you go enter. And when you go and meet the uncle go tell you say they pay you $200 every month.
Exactly. Yeah. It will always end up like that.
They will just spoil the money for your hand. You understand?
And relatives will say, okay, at least he agreed to pay. After all, he agreed to pay is your uncle.
Never do business with anybody you cannot arrest.
Even when it comes to them borrowing, when they come, if you want to give, let's say they come and say they need 100 million, and you want to you can just give them 20 million and be like, okay, uncle, this is what I have right now. And if you give that money, forget it. Just see it like you just gave them money. Don't even expect to get that money.
Anything we pass food. Anything we pass food. My brother, I cannot eat. Take feeding money.
Yeah.
My child needs 100,000 for school fees. Take school fees money. I know they do anything like say you want to do business, I go open business for you. Maybe when I reach that level financially, I go to open business for people. Family.
The ones that will said they'll give back is the one they will never give
Forget
back.
it.
So you as good
You
as
can't
just
borrow
give them
anything
what you
from me.
have
I will
at
give
that
you.
time.
If
and
you ask me for
forget it.
500k and what I have is 35k, I will give you that 35k. Say my contribution will remain 465k. Go look for them somewhere else. Go look for. I know now within my power reach to give you inside be that.
But I feel you talk so like you would not fit do business with person where you fit, you will not go fit arrest.
I swear to God.
But you don't say money issue a very sensitive issue.
Yes, now.
I be the thing. So most times, if you say make you arrest them at the end of the day, you go carry the person go station. Police go to tell you, say, okay, they go ask them, okay, not get the money. How much you fit pay?
No, you see, when you want to do you carry and go EFCC. You know, carry and go ordinary police. You carry and go EFCC. I go pay that money. They will give them time when you go pay the money. Then you can't carry and come Daddy Free's platform. You understand? So as EFCC is dealing with him on one side, we are dealing with him on the other side. You will not like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baba.
The truth, the truth.
Any day EFCC carry you go court, we can't read them for life. Say he has been charged to court. Anybody wants to do business with you in this life, just prefer say that guy with the carry come Daddy Free's life. No do business with him, your money go lost too.
The only place I think they do that in Daddy Freeze, but this is why we are different. Because over here, people will charge their parents, their blood, their mother, their father, their siblings to court.
Yeah.
Just for something as small, even $300, $400, they take you to court for that.
I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Well, here, person don't carry his wife. For Canada, here, person don't carry his wife go court now because of, say, he lend the wife money, the wife not pay. Oyibo,
yes,
they carry him go court.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
You know, also took his father for buying him the wrong car. Said he promised to buy him a different car if he... Did you see it? I think it happened in Canada.
I saw it.
So these ones don't even care. Our own, you know, relative blood nucleus. Yeah, it's like the African thing, you know. We today, I mean, we Africans. Yeah, we Africans. We have this. I mean, because of the culture, it is very hard, you know. We people not get time. People business not business. This one go. But it is good to an extent, to be honest, because I don't like.
I feel arrest my parents. If they're wrong with my money, I feel arrest them.
That is why someone. That's why people will do things for you and expect you to pay them. They can't even let go of little things that we normally do. I mean, just like the way they go out and then they are sharing bills, you expect them to pay or save one with paying their. Meanwhile, you know, we just go out and you see one person taking care of the whole bills. Yeah. So their pattern is not. I know of a friend that I would do things for her. So one of the days back then, she reached out to me and requested if she could use my vehicle for her driving test. Yeah. And I said yes. And she said, can I please pay you and use your vehicle? I just replied, yes, you can use my vehicle. I even taught her how to do parallel parking and all that. On that day, she did the test and she passed. And then when we finished, she started giving me money. I looked at her like, She kept insisting. I said, you know what? Braid my girl's hair with it. So, I mean, what she did one time, because she was my friend. When I mean my friend, she was really my close friend. But she would do things for me and I'll pay her for it. She, you know, her mom would watch my girl, I will still pay. So I tried to, I didn't know how to teach her that even when we go out to eat, when we finish, I mean, I'll just pay because it is in me, it is in us to take care of bills. You understand? Yeah. She'll be like, let's split the bill and all those things. I don't like that behavior. I remember back then, these kids came, they saw me with a trash. I was going to drop it at the dumpster. And they asked, can I get your trash for just $1? That was how I looked at them. Because they already have this ideology of for every penny you earn, you have to work for it. Nobody's going to give you $1. So you see that behavior, I don't know, it has its disadvantages and advantages, to be honest. Because I still prefer our culture, the way we take care of things. We still have, I know someone that the sisters, they all have money and he is currently broke, but they can't even help him. Do you understand what I'm? And I'm wondering, like, if it were to be where I came from, we help our siblings when they are having
sometimes you don't know the
challenges.
full story. Maybe they don't help
Actually,
am 15
if
times. You
somebody
don't
is
chop
going,
the money.
no, that please, no, they don't. How can you live in your sister's house and you're paying rent?
No,
Who does
now.
that? You lived with your sister for a certain. You lived with your sister for a period of time, for a couple of months, and you're paying rent to your sister. Who does that? That's not how we that's not how we grew up where we came from.
You are
If you're
right.
having a hard time, you're not
Our
expecting.
brother we just joined. Make we greet am, make we hear wetin he want talk. Brother, how are you?
Good evening.
Yeah,
I'm
good
fine.
evening.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Let's hear you.
My name is Benson. Nice to hear from you. I've
What
been
part of
following
the
your
world are
programs
you
for some
from?
time now. I'm in Nigeria,
Oh, okay. Where are you living now?
South Carolina.
Oh, America. So everybody wey dey here na America people.
Canadian.
Oh,
How you
okay.
doing? So, actually, this is a nice topic, concerning relationship between families and money.
Yeah.
For instance, when I got here, actually, my wife, she's an American, and her mentality is she's very, very individualistic in terms of how she manages her money. She doesn't even let me know how she spends her money. She's very, very, protective of her accounts. And I understand. That is their mentality. We have joint accounts and I have my personal account. And she has hers also. Okay? So that is by the way. Now, concerning business and family, when you're talking about business is a kind of a very constructive engagement that requires dedication. So you have to put your mind, body, and soul into it to get your required result. So now, when you're talking about, like, for instance, business is not just something you just have a lackadaisical attitude toward. The other person you are bringing into the business must have the same attitude as you do. I have so many case studies. Okay, years ago, before I left Nigeria, there's this family. Okay, the Igbos, the way their business acumen and the way they relate when it comes to business orientation and the setting of the business to help each other. Okay, so there's this man in the family, the eldest of them all. He's doing well. He's very wealthy. He works with one of them, the multinational companies in Nigeria. So he decided to set up, sponsor one of his brothers to China. Okay, so now I guess the agreement they had was, okay, if you get to China, you'll be shipping in some goods, some electronics for me to resell, and we have to share the percentage together in the business. Okay, that is the agreement they had. So over there, the younger brother usually send electronics back home. Unknowingly, for him, he felt like, okay, I've sent enough goods back home to Nigeria. Okay, so along the line, he had issues with the immigration over there in China, and he was deported. Unfortunately for him, he got back home. All the goods, electronics, he sent back home. The other brother just dumped them one side, put them aside, and said, okay, all those goods you sent are all inferior goods. They are useless. So he came back broke. There's nothing to fall back to. That is it. So the issue now is he kept on fighting he felt like the brother has sold the important goods of them all. He kept on fighting for the money. So it caused a lot of rifts to the family till today. Even the younger brother died years ago. Still, they didn't settle the matter. So money and business is and family. They are two different ball games entirely. You keep your family. If you want to establish business, just settle them off and let them have the business themselves. That is the best way to go about it.
It's still the same thing we are saying. I mean, it will never go. And I mean, and it's also like that with couples. There are couples that will be at peace, harmony, and everything until they start having, business gets involved.
Yeah.
The moment business, most rich people, just like they say, okay, the rich, their worry or things that lead to divorce in rich is kind of different from what leads to divorce in average, that kind of a thing. You realize that most of the rich people that actually separated or divorced at the time in their lives, it had more to do with, apart from attention related, you realize that there is, it's more of business related, who wants to own, who wants what to, or that kind of a thing, the shares and how property related, like, problems that they'll be having. It won't be like those of, people that may have actually separated because no one is paying the bills. In their case, there's money there to pay the bills, but it's because one person is trying to play smart the other person. That's why they will not have lots of issues and they will go their separate ways. So it goes, having a joint account or running business as a couple is, I don't know, it takes a lot of I don't know how to say it, but it does requires a lot. That's why people like Cubana chief priest and Angel, she had her business at the time. He came into the picture and he was able to, like, boom. That's a good way. If you are willing to invest in your partner's thing in one way or the other, you may be good at marketing, advertisements.
Yeah, right. Right.
The person may not be. Do you understand? You help, or you may have the finances to invest more, and then it will boom. And then even when you people want to okay, this is not working anymore for some reasons, because there have been lots of commitments and contributions coming from both sides. And investment so much. You want to still stay there, and I bet you, because you're investing and she's investing, there'll be lots of dodges too. There'll be lots of secrets too. There'll be lots of things you guys have done behind that you wouldn't want the public to know as well. Whether you wouldn't want the government to know or you wouldn't want the public to know, and you'd be afraid that should you guys go your separate ways, one person will spill the beans. So for that reason,
that's important.
They're together. You buy them. So it's, because we've seen couples that they own business together. It's not like the marriage is sweet. The marriage is not sweet. They don't even talk. But they are still together. Right. They prefer to go their separate ways because they have something bonding keeping them together.
Yeah. There's a glue together.
They've come a long way that they know that one person cannot leave. Could be, let's say it is a restaurant, they have their recipe. It's just a lot.
Right.
There's so much that can bond you together with that.
That is why you should not have that business in the first place. Imagine having to. Yes, now. Why do you have to be in a marriage where you don't like each other, you don't talk? That's prison.
Yeah.
Then the two of them go get who na the knock outside. When I go, they tell I love you.
So are you trying to say, for example, that if let's say you have a spouse and two of you live overseas and you own business together and you've done a lot of things to avoid IRS and all the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many things you guys have.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that should you guys separate or go your, should you guys go your separate ways or because for some reasons one person is likely to tell. You know that for that reason you tend to stay there.
God forbid.
It may turn into an open marriage.
Now, are you now saying an open marriage is good?
I'm not saying. You're just there for the business.
Well, I understood all what he's saying concerning. There's some couples. There are some couples in a relationship whereby they are strictly for business. Outside the marriage, they are strictly on business, on contracts. The business is on contract. The business still goes on. Forget about their marital life or anything secretive. Business is business.
It's all about business.
Understanding. Right. Yeah, people like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. They've done a lot.
Now, that's why I would say never go into business with your spouse. Because you can't keep a dead marriage alive because of business.
So who would you go into business with?
Strangers. Strangers.
My own opinion is this. It depends on the type of business that you're doing.
No.
You can, let's say, for example, sorry, sir, let's say, for example, yeah. So if you have a wife who, let's say, has
or if you have a mature wife, like my wife, for
degree
instance,
in,
yeah. My wife is mature. My ex, you go do business with my ex. Yeah, bon.
Yeah, because if you have a partner that is, let's say, has a degree or a certification
Let me tell you a story.
on particular, like let's say you have a home health.
Let me tell you a
and
story.
your partner.
Let me tell you a story. In 2000 and I think 12 or 2010, I opened a business, or 2011 thereabouts. I opened a business with my ex. My ex was into oil and gas, and me, I was into media. So apparently, my life has always been funny. I never had a company. So my wife was running around doing registration for her company. So I said, you know what? For all those my small presenters fee, all the 100K here, 400K here, 300K here, 30K here, in Naira. I was like, they used to always complain, you don't have a company, we cannot give it to you as an individual. So I was losing money. So I told my ex, I said, you know what? Since you are registering a company, let's register the company together and own the shares 50-50. You'll be bringing in oil and gas money. Me, I'll be bringing in media money. I know this was Goodluck Jonathan's period. There was a lot of money in oil and gas then. So, since she was working in that field, I felt that it would be nice to get some contracts, to make some money. You understand? That is how we now started the company. Company that started like play. 3 years later, oil and gas has not brought in 1 naira. Media has brought in almost $2 million. Shady here. Or more. And guess what? We own everything 50-50. I know if you tell you what I do to come out inside that mess.
This one is different. This one is different. Daddy freeze.
More.
So if, let's say, you guys were here, for example, and let's say it was a club you were about to open, and you were able to obtain, let's say, a liquor license, and your partner, maybe, let's say, she has the capitals, but she's unable to. So are you saying that you two cannot team up and open something?
It will be messy. Especially with
because
women.
there will be instances where you'll be unable to obtain one thing and the other person is able to obtain that thing. So in that case scenario, would you say, for that reason, no, I'm not going to do it with my spouse?
I will say,
Really?
Yeah.
But let me chip in.
Unless I trust that spouse.
You know what? I feel like there are some couples that have had successful businesses, and those businesses do not really interfere with their marriages. You know that there are people like that. So I think it still depends on your.
I like it.
on
A successful marriage and a successful business.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will not have an unsuccessful marriage and a successful business. You understand? I will not live with a woman
Yeah.
just because of money. That's prostitution.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand?
Yeah.
Let me marry to her. If I don't marry her, she will go tell IRS. You don't die for this life. You never die. You never go heaven. You say get two kinds of death. I be pie. You go pie, you go heaven. You get the one where you go pie, you go date this life. That one at the pie where you pie, but you still date this life, but you don't pie.
Yeah. Actually, sure.
Not true now.
You just involve a lawyer.
Baba. I don't know if you have a mature spouse. Maybe.
It's not about maturity. Just like you have someone with conscience that is free and someone who is accountable.
But women get very bitter or divorce. Say my ex, my ex will not allow me see children, right? Now you go call police for me. Ordinarily say me and my ex, they quarrel, they call police. Come and say we get business together. Waiting, which win to chop where one can't do that kind of business?
So what is your fear? Infidelity? What would be your fear?
Nothing, no. I know
because I don't think that's where women stand more. That's where they bring out their wickedness.
Yes,
the moment they see that, okay, this is what you're doing behind, then they want to be mean. And you wouldn't be, because if you were a man also, you would be mean if you realize that, okay, your spouse is spending money on someone else.
Yeah, that one is understandable.
You know? And who wouldn't be? It's justified.
Well, the thing there is that I think it still depends on individuals. Because over here, I've seen couples who are actually running successful businesses, but I really don't know what they are doing in their homes. So maybe they are married, don't maybe I don't know. It's possible.
Me, I don't feel live inside marriage way bad. I know fit. Some people fit. Some people can live in a bad marriage because of children. I cannot do it.
No,
the children will be all right.
Like
I can't do it.
Maybe it's fear of abandonment.
A friend of mine tell me, say, the guy of Igbo guy, tell me, say, his elder brother here, he with the wife now, open marriage and day on. They don't date for that open marriage, say, don't pass like 20 years. So, you know, that one of people, they're different. So they're not be like us.
Okay.
And I be the thing. So, that's it. Some people
me, I know fit do open marriage because of money. Make a condensed open marriage. I don't make sense now. If the woman go agree, say, you know what, you go your way, we go my way. We run the business together and we share the process like we always do. But you see, women get sentimental. Then when she go, make you pay money for alimony when she, woman.
I agree. We can be mean. We think men are mean, women are mean. So when they are done with you and they are out to finish you, that one will finish you. I know we can be mean.
And society sympathizes with them, and society indulges them. Two things. Anyway, guys, I don't chop finish. Thank you so much, Samaria. Thank you so much, my brother. And my other brother, we in face the Rosaku. I don't see anything wrong with it, though. You know, you can. Me, marriage for me is a companionship. I can't be in a marriage and be lonely. I don't know if you understand, Samaria. Why am I in a marriage if I'm lonely? Why am I in a marriage if... You don't know that girl where they bench outside, there are some days where you go want sleep with them for bed, even if you're not knock. Just make the two of them sleep together. Then I go, the girl where I love, where they outside, where the bench, I can't live and can't sleep with woman where I not like inside the same bed or inside the same house.
Why you go be with person where you know like?
Because we have a business that we are running. I'm not being
okay, then go your way. Okay, then I see where you're coming from. That you freeze. Ah.
You get it. So me and you, we don't like ourselves. Me and you don't like ourselves. The person who I like now, mistakeness. Now mistakeness I like.
But you don't have to stay with them. You don't have to live with them under the same roof.
Baba na lie.
The only thing is that
the moment you are not living with them on the same roof, you and woman will begin to suspect you.
But on the freeze, yeah, what I'm saying is this: if the woman understands that, okay, look, this marriage, because to be honest with you, anyone that says they don't know when their marriage already ended is lying. Because you will know as a man and she will know as a woman. They know it's over. The only reason why we are staying here is business. And the reason why this business is keeping us together is because of the secrets we've buried so far over the years. Or our, whatever it is. So that does not mean that you still have to like sleep under the same roof with her. Do your thing, she do her thing. But you're still married by law. You're still,
Which one is do your thing, do her thing, and you are still married by law? I can't live in the same house with a woman who is doing her thing, I'm doing my thing. It's not possible.
You may not live under the same roof with her, but you are still married by law, that's it.
Why do I have to be married by law? So, okay, what if tomorrow I'm now walking down the street, I now see shades of green that I now like and I want to marry, and I can now not marry because I'm married by law to somebody that...
You forfeit the business then. Forfeit it.
I'm telling you. So here's the thing, don't start it. Though they play football like George Finidi. George Finidi, they start when you know if you finish. You pass on ball, you go run, go do that, giddy, but then you go reach that goal post where they go. I know they start waiting, I know if you finish.
And it feels so this thing you're saying right now, it didn't just get careless. What are you actually advising your
I'm advising people
they should not start what they will not.
Don't start what will put you in trouble later on in life and you'll be miserable. You see, let me tell you something. The best pie for this life, now say you buy, you go heaven. The pie where you go still date this earth with us. You go, they go shop. You but you don't buy. You know, people say, oh, kusaye. You did this life. You they go toilet, they poo, they go restaurant, they chop, but you don't buy. Now you be this life where you talk. You and woman go to live inside the same house, and I know they talk, and I know they do anything. They'll come with her friends.
I don't know how they do it.
They'll come with your friends. Everybody they live separate life, but because of business, you don't buy for this life. Because that cold winter raid, you day inside house. That cold winter, you won't hold somebody. Me, I don't even feel married woman with me and I'm going to stay separate bedroom. I don't feel.
I can imagine.
I can't.
So how about you advise people to know their spouse and be careful before making such a big decision?
You understand? Know your spouse.
Because you never can tell. It could work.
You could have a lovely business and a lovely marriage at the same time. But if you are not sure, now this spouse that you tested, how do you know that this spouse? Because let me tell you something, even in friendships, there are people who you thought were your friends and voila go happen. You understand? The kind of fight will go come out of them. You know, go believe them, say, from my friend, this thing can happen like this. You understand? Let alone your wife. Baba, I've been in a divorce before. The thing when my ex do me, I don't believe say she fit do me. You understand? I don't believe. Nobody say me to I know wicked though, but it caught me unawares. So the best thing to do in this life is prepare yourself. No, they start with you know if you finish. That baba advice. If you know, say this person, it will work. But if it's not gonna work, don't do it. I can continue talking from now till tomorrow. Sama baby, thank you very much, brother. God bless you. Make all of us go sleep. Now, it's not. Let me end with this. It's not set in stone. You might have, and some people are going through divorces but can still run a business together. You understand? We are all different. Me, the only thing I hate in my life is hypocrisy. At the form, say me and my wife, they together. But I get who I they knock outside. My wife get who she did knock. Now marriage with that. Then we go church on Sunday. I beg. Now nonsense.
No, come post picture.
And we'll come post Christmas picture. We'll wear pajama.
And people like me, if you don't knock the wife, say, or don't knock the
people they do and well. Some people they do and well.
God forbid, I know be Oyinbo.
No, bad thing be that.
Now bad thing. Mo they use our full mouth to talk with it no good. God bless you, Samaria. God bless you, my brother.
Bye.